thanks for watching Numbskull News. And today I'm going to talk about changes to the CFP, the Big Ten, the SEC. They met last week, and now they're going to meet with everybody else, the Big 12, the ACC, and all the Group of Five, the Pac-12, everybody, next week. And they're going to go over, they're going to review, apparently, how the CFP went this year. So everyone's going to get to unload their bitches and their gripes, and I'm sure the Big Ten and SEC have plenty. Now, of course, one of those conferences won the championship, Ohio State, right? So there shouldn't be too many bitches and gripes. But we're talking about changes, not really to 2025. No one's really looking to change much out of that. At least on a lower level than the big two conferences. But we're talking 2026 to 2031. That's when the Big Ten and the SEC have a crap ton of say, if not the most say. I don't know if they have all of it. All right, because that was a weird thing that they brought their lawyers to their little meeting between the two of them just to maybe have some proof, or try to prove that there's no collusion. But you're meeting, so that's collusion, is it not? Who knows, right? But it was important to them. So if you think they're not worried about lawsuits or anything else, or really, doing too much of a power grab, then you're not really thinking logically. So they are worried about lawsuits. They are worried about what the other conferences think. And, they're worried about lawsuits. They're worried about politicians. They're worried about all this kind of shit. So they're trying to be above board, if you will. So currently, right now, the big thing that everyone is talking about is seeding. All right, so what the Big Ten and the SEC are saying, they have a problem with seeding. The conference champions, the four top conference champions, should not get a bye week, is what they're saying. All right, why in the hell is Boise State getting a bye week? Why is Arizona State getting the bye week? That should go to the top four, right? Okay, well, Notre Dame doesn't play a conference title game. They can get one of those top four spots and get a bye week. Why? But here's my question. Is that something they're really concerned about? Or are they using that as kind of a deflection, a smokescreen, if you will, to get what they really want? All right, this is me putting my conspiracy hat on. I know. But I have to ask the question. Because does it really matter? I mean, do they want to diminish further their conference title games? Do they want their conference title game to be meaningless, in a sense? You have to think of that. Because both conferences still make an ass ton of money out of their conference title games. So they want them to still mean something. There needs to be some drama there. There needs to be something to play for there. And if you're going to 14... I think that's the chalk. I think that's what they want. They want to go to 14. There's talk of 16. I'm a big proponent for 16, but I don't know. I think 14 is kind of the chalk there as far as what the Big Ten and the SEC want. And if it goes to 14, that means there's only two bye weeks. Who do you think is going to get those? It's going to be the Big Ten and the SEC. All right. It's not going to be a Boise State or a G5 champ that finishes, 16th in the country at the end of the year. They're not going to get one of the top two spots. All right. And Arizona State or whomever from the Big 12 or whomever from the ACC who finishes 10th, 11th, 12th in the country, they're not going to get one of the top two spots. That's going to go to the Big 10 champ. That's going to go to the SEC champ. It's already kind of baked in. Because whether it's the AP poll, coaches poll, CFP committee, whomever, they're always going to put them in the top two spots. There's really no getting out of that. I mean, once in a great while, it may be somebody else. But I wouldn't count on it. So, why is that so important? That, we got to make sure it's, we got to make sure the seating, blah. I don't think that makes I don't think they give a damn about any of that. I think what they really want those 4 automatic qualifiers. 4 for the SEC, 4 for the Big Ten. And a lot of people right now are just assuming that's what's going to happen. But keep in mind, when that first came out, I think it was last summer. It came out, that's what the Big Ten was really pushing for. That's what Tony Petitti was really pushing for. And that was shocking to a lot of people. Like, oh my God, you're going to destroy college football. And my thought process was always, if you get 4, as long as we get 2, I don't care. Right? But, that's everybody else's reaction. What do you think the Big 12 commissioner, Brett Yormark, or Phillips, or any of the G5 commissioners, what do you think they think of that? Of those 2 conferences getting 4 automatic qualifiers? I don't think they like it. I think they're ready to go scorched earth over it. And if not all of them, then quite a few of them, especially the G5 guys. And, they're in a rough position because the Power 4, including the Big 12 and the ACC, would love to just kind of kick them out. They don't care. I'm just saying. I don't think Brett Yormark or Jim Phillips or anyone else inside the Power 4, they don't care much about the G5. They let them in just so there's no lawsuits and no bitching, right? But that's about it. Let me just be honest about that. Yeah, nobody outside of the Big Ten and the SEC are really too stoked about 4 automatic qualifiers for those conferences. If you are the Big Ten and the SEC, how do you get this to pass without a lot of shit, without a lot of blowback, without people stamping their feet? Even though you could probably just do it to do it because you control most of this shit. But like I said, they're worried about lawsuits. They're worried about legal action. They're worried about political figures in different states, raising a big fuss about it. Because in college football, the SEC and the Big Ten are a big deal. But outside of that, they're kind of nothing. They're not that big. They're not that powerful. This is not the NFL. It's not even the NBA. Okay? So let's put this in proper perspective. They're the most powerful in college football. College football is the second most popular sport. But that encompasses all of Division 1 and Division 2 and Division 3. It encompasses everybody as far as college football. Now, 25% of that is 2 conferences. But you still got 75% of everybody else. So my conspiracy theory is that the Big 2, what they want to do is throw out this stuff about seeding. All right, so when everyone's arguing about that, I'm like, look, look, what we want is a 14-team playoff. This is what we're willing to do. We're willing to compromise and work with you. 14 teams. The Big Ten and the SEC get 4 each. The Big 12 and the ACC get 2 each. 1 for the Group of 5 champ, 1 at large. Notre Dame can have it if they earn it. And then that's it. And then we'll have the seating, we'll leave the seating alone. When you see it like that, I think that's what they're really angling for. They want to make sure everybody's on board. Everyone's willing to sign the waiver. So no one can come back and bitch and piss and moan and show up with a lawyer saying, this is wrong, this is... They don't want the smoke, people. So this is a little smoke screen. So everyone concentrates on the seating, but what they really want is the 4 AQs and everyone sign off and be happy about it. That way, hey, we're the good guys. We all agree this is the way it should be. Without a bunch of pushback. Hey, you know what? We left the seating. We're going to make sure this thing is as democratic as possible. That's what they want. That's what I think that's what's going to end up happening. They're not going to change the seating. They're going to use that and give that win. Hey, this is a win for the Group of 5. The seating doesn't change. This is a win for the ACC. This is a win for the Big 12. And then everyone's more than happy to give them 4 automatic qualifiers. I think that's the push, because they're already making the majority of the money out of the CFP. And bottom line, I don't blame them. They bring the majority of the eyeballs to the CFP. They really do. Now, they don't bring all the eyeballs, but they do bring a lot of them. And I'm fine with them getting 4 automatic qualifiers, because you know why? Last year, between the two of them, they had 7 teams in. What's one more? Plus, if we had that rule last year, Iowa State probably gets in, or BYU gets in. So, I'm kind of good with all that. Miami kind of gets screwed, but it's the way it is. Someone's getting screwed. That's my speculation. That's my tinfoil hat. We'll see what actually happens. All right, I just wanted to get that out there, get my 2 cents out there. I think it's just the 4 automatic qualifiers. I think that's the biggest thing they want to get out of this, as far as the Big Ten and the SEC. And they want everybody on board, and they want them to feel good. Like, you know what, we got a win here. We got some pushback. The seeding's going to stay the same. The Big Ten are going to SEC are just going to be, well, we gave them something. So see, we're not dictators. We're not colluding. We're in this for the health and the well-being of college sports. That's our number one thing. Bullshit. We all know that's bullshit. But they want everyone to believe that. We're really the good guys here. We're just good stewards of the student athlete. That's they just want that perception. It's not reality, but they want the perception. That's why I wanted to put that out there. Anyway, thanks for watching this crap. I'll be back with some more crap later. Bye.